Good morning, sir.
Morning,
Good
morning,
morning, sir.
morning. Okay, good morning, class. I hope you've gone through the
Good morning, sir.
already sent you, and it was very clear to all of you that what is basically dimension formula and how principle of homogeneity is used and how the important points are useful while solving the dimension analysis problems. Okay. So today what we are going to discuss is the application of dimensional formula. So basically we'll see there are the three applications. Along with application we'll discuss certain limitation of dimensional formula. Okay. So coming to the application of dimensional formula, and there will be basically three application. What are they? Application of dimensional analysis. So basically there are three application of this dimensional analysis. What are they? Let me tell you. The first one is your derivation of formula. Derivation of formula. And the second one is your that is to check the correctness of formula. To check the correctness of formula. And the third one is your unit conversion. Okay. It's audible or not? Audible and visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
So
Yes, sir.
these things we are going to do today. We'll see the application, different application. So first one is derivation of formula. Second one is to check the correctness of formula, whether the given formula is correct or not. And we'll see the unit conversion, how we can convert any physical quantity from one unit to the another unit, right? So we'll discuss these things. So coming to the first one, that is your derivation of formula using the concept of dimensional analysis. Okay, I will try to make you clear with the help of one example, and I will give you assignment on the basis of these questions. Okay, and you have to solve me and you have to show me in the next class. Okay, so first application, if you are considering first application, that is derivation of formula. Derivation of formula. So how we can derive the formula? Let's see it. So let's say you have given, what you have given? You have given, question is that force is dependent. Force is dependent on mass, velocity, and radius. relation between them. Relation between them. This is the question. Okay. So what you have given? You have given, let's say, force is dependent on mass, velocity, and radius. So you are not knowing how these are dependent. They are saying they are just dependent. Whether they are dependent directly proportional means they are dependent directly or indirectly or inversely or square. We don't know. Okay. So these things will be calculated using this means a dimensional analysis concept. So let's say the force is your F, right? The force will be your F, and the mass will be your S. Velocity will be your V, and radius will be R. Okay? So you have to assume the solution will be like this. Let's assume what we are going to assume. We are going to assume force is directly proportional mass to the power A, because we are not knowing how this is going to be proportional. So we are just letting it. Let's say force is directly proportional to the m to the power A, and it is also proportional to the velocity to the power B, and it is also proportional to the r to the power C. Is it clear? Is it clear to all of you or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what we can write from here, we can write like F directly proportional to the B to the power B, R to the power C. Isn't it? It can be written, na? It can be written, na? Say yes or no.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if it can be written, so what we can do here, we can
Yes, sir.
remove the proportionality by introducing any proportionality constant. So how it can be done? We are just from here to here. Okay. So this will be F is equal to K m to the power A, e to the power B, R to the power C. Okay. So this is K is your proportionality constant. Okay. Its value can't be determined using the dimensional formula. Okay. So what we need to write here, we need to write the dimensional formula of force. The dimensional formula of force, you know well, MLT minus 2 it will be. It will be MLT minus 2. So it can be written as
Yes, sir.
MLT minus 2
And T minus 2.
is equal to K, and we have to write the dimensional formula of mass. So dimensional formula of mass will be
M.
to the power A, and the velocity, dimensional formula of velocity will be LT minus 1
LT minus 1.
to the power B, and the radius is your length, so L to the power.
L.
Okay. So now what we can do from here, we can take we can just add the powers whose bases are same. Okay, we can add the exponent whose bases are same. Okay, so this can be done further. So K m to the power A itself it will be, and look here, the L is here and L is here. Here the L to the power B is, and here L to the power C is there. So what we can do, the base is same, the base L is same, so it can be written as L B plus C. So it will become B plus C, because the L to the power B is here and L to the power C is, these are multiplied, so it can be written as L to the power B plus C, and for T it will be T to the power minus of B. And right here, m to the power 1, L to the power 1, T to the power minus 2. So what you can do next from here, you can just compare from left hand side to the right hand side. What you can compare? You can compare the powers whose bases are same. You can just compare the powers whose bases are same. Okay, so how you can compare? You can see from here. Here the m to the power is a and here the m to the power is 1. Okay, so you can write by comparing powers. So a is equal to 1. It will be a is equal to 1 now, because m to the power a is here and m to the power 1 is here. So a is equal to 1. And what about the L? It is b plus c and it is 1. So you can write here b plus c is equal to 1. And from the t to the power, means minus b and minus 2, you can write minus b is equal to minus 2. So it will be b is equal to 2. If you got the value b is equal to 2, you can put the equation this b plus c, and you can get the value of c, and here it will be 2 plus c equal to 1. C will be minus. Now you got the value of what? A, B, and C. What you got the value? A, B, and C. Now you can put the value of A, B, C in this equation. Let's name this equation. This is first equation. We can name this equation as a first equation. Now we can put the value of A, B, C in this equation. So it will become F. You can say F A, m to the power 1, velocity to the power 2, and I to the power.
Sir, we are unable to see at the bottom.
Okay. Just wait for a minute. Now it is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. So what now we can do? We can write it A m from R. This will be your formula, na? This is the formula of
Centripetal force.
This is the
Centripetal force.
centripetal force. So here, what we did from here, we had derived the formula using the concept of the dimensional analysis. Okay? Any doubt regarding this question? Yes, let me know if you have any doubt to any one of you. No? I don't think anyone has
Yes, sir.
doubt. So it always happens. More study, more confusion.
To note it down also.
Pardon?
So we have to note it down also.
Yes, you have to note it down. Yes, it should be in your notebook. I am not going to provide any notes, extra notes, because I will be writing everything on the board. You have to write down. Okay?
Okay, sir. Sir,
Sir,
please wait,
be at
wait
one
a
side
minute.
so that we can write.
Okay. You can write down. Write. So whatever you have instructed, just follow it. Okay. So your principal sir has just messaged you people. You have just read that only 32 students are here. Okay. I don't know strength, but means in the last class there were nearly more students. Absent right today. So be careful about this. You have to write the notes and you have to just show me these notes. I will check these notes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now the participants are
Yes, sir. It's
okay. It's done.
over, sir.
Okay. It's done.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Should I erase this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Should I erase this?
Yes, sir.
So coming to the, I'm just means giving you one more question. You have to solve from yourself. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm just giving one
Yes,
more
sir.
to all of you. You have to solve from yourself. I will see you in the next class. Okay. Coming to the question, what is next question? This is question number 2. Time period of pendulum T depends on
Sir, actually, it's not visible, sir. It's on the top.
okay.
Sir, we are unable to see at the top.
Okay.
Sir.
Now it's visible. Now it become visible, no?
Yes, sir.
It depends on. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Depends on length L and acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration,
So length and
acceleration due to gravity G.
due
So find relation between E, L and G. Right? You have to find out the,
Sir, we have to solve it right now.
yeah, no, you have to derive it, but not now. Okay? You have to derive it, but not now. Solve this question at your home, and I will see this question tomorrow. Okay? Okay. Coming to the next application. Coming to the
done, sir.
next application, that is your basically the to check the correctness of formula. Okay? So second application is to check the correctness of formula. Okay? So for checking the correctness of formula, what should you do? You should just check whether the dimensional formula of left hand side is equal to the dimensional formula of RHS or not. Okay, if there is an addition or subtraction sign, then the dimensional of individual physical quantity should be equal to the each and every physical quantity. Okay?
Yes.
So just check it by
Yes, sir.
just try to understand it by help of any question. Let's say there is a one question, question number 3. Check the given formula is dimensionally correct or not. So what you have given, this is T is equal to 2 pi under root G by L, where T is your time period G is acceleration due to gravity. And L is your length of pendulum. Okay.
Sir, it's wrong, sir.
Yes.
Not correct.
Using the concept of dimensional analysis. So how it can be done? So for this dimension of LHS should equal to dimension of RHS. Okay, dimension of LHS should equal to dimension of RHS. So straight out from here, dimension of LHS equal to time period. Time period is your T. So you can write dimension of LHS is this one. Okay. Now what you need to see? You need to see what will be the dimensional formula of RHS. Okay. So for checking the dimensional formula of RHS, we need to write here like this. RHS is equal to dimension of 2 pi under root G by L. So you know the 2 pi is constant. 2 pi is a constant, right?
Constant.
It will have a no dimensional formula. So this will be your 2 pi will be dimensionless and G will be your acceleration due to gravity. It have a dimensional formula of LT minus 2 and L is your length. It will have a dimensional formula of L. And it will be cancelled out. So L will be cancelled out. So this will become T to the power minus 2 and power 1 by 2. So this will become T to the power minus 1. So from here you can say the dimension of LHS is not equal to the dimension of RHS. Okay?
RHS.
Yes, from here you can say dimension of LHS does not equal to dimension of RHS. Hence the formula is dimensionally incorrect. You need to write this sentence. Hence the formula is dimensionally incorrect. What you need to write? Hence dimensionally is it clear? Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay. Have you noted down this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Noted
sir.
down.
Right. Am I audible to all of you? Let me know. Should I?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm just erasing this one and I'm giving you one more question based on this to check the correctness of formula, and you need to solve at your home, and I will see this question tomorrow. Okay? Okay. Not visible. Where it is, it's visible. Whatever I have written, whether it is visible or not.
Not visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
A little, sir.
Not visible.
Not clearly.
Not
A
clearly.
little bit.
Actually, this actually.
Nothing.
I am recording this video and I will send you the link. Okay, and I think it will be visible because it's only due to the network problem. At my side, it
Yes,
is
sir.
visible and quite. It's a HD video, and I will send the links on a YouTube, and you can check from there. Okay, I will send today only. Okay, so once
Okay, sir.
go through the video and you will learn the things, and it will be visible to all of you because this video quality is HD video quality. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Coming to the question, one question I am giving you. Okay. So please go through this question. So what is this question? This is question number 4. Check the correctness of formula.
So check the
correctness of formula. Okay, and the formula is S is equal to ut plus kgt square, where S is distance, u is velocity, c is time, k is dimensionless constant, and c is your acceleration due to acceleration.
correct. It's correct.
Correct, sir. Correct.
It's correct, but
Correct.
you have to solve
Correct.
by the methods I have told you. Okay. Okay, you have to check the correctness of formula using the whole method I already told you about this. Okay. So whatever method you have told, that how to check this formula, you have to go through the dimension of LHS. So equal to the dimension of RHS of each and individual terms. Since dimension of RHS will consist of ut plus kgt square. So the dimensional formula of S should equal to dimensional formula of ut should equal to dimensional formula of kgt square. Okay. So from this you can check, right? You can't say directly whether it is correct. I know it is correct because S is equal to ut plus kgt square. Yeah, it's a formula. Half gt square is a formula. Okay.
The Newton's second law of motion.
Yeah, exactly. So coming to the next aspect of the dimensional analysis, that is the unit conversion. So how we can do the unit conversions? Yes, it can be done by another method, but there is application of dimensional analysis for the unit conversion also. So we'll see how we can convert from one unit to the another unit. So let's see the unit conversion. So I should erase this now. Unit conversion. So unit conversion, you know well about, means 1 joule is equal to how much erg? You know about the erg? What is erg?
Yes, sir.
What is this?
The planet where we live.
No, I'm not talking about Earth. Erg, E-R-Z.
The energy, sir. Sir, this is, sir, unit of energy.
of which means physical means of what
Unit of joule.
Sir,
it's a CGS CGS unit of
Joule.
the CGS unit of work
energy
or
Yeah,
energy.
whatever you can say, energy or work, both are correct. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are just going to convert Newton into the CGS unit. Means you have to convert means force into SI unit of force into the CGS unit of force. Convert 1 Newton into CGS unit. Convert 1 Newton into CGS unit. Means 1 Newton is equal to how much CGS unit is there. Okay. So how we can do these things? So this can be done. You can write the formula of unit of Newton. So this can be written as 1 kilogram meter per second square. And this will be equal to how much CGS unit? Let's say this is a question mark, and the dimensional means unit of this Newton will become in CGS system will be gram centimeter per second square. It will be na? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you need
Yes,
to
sir.
you need to write the dimensional formula. Dimensional formula of what? Dimensional formula of force. Like this, you have to write the N1 and the dimensional formula of this. The force is your MLT minus 2, and you have to write 1. Here you have to write N2, and the dimensional formula of once again the force will be your MLT minus 2, and you have to put 2 here. So what you need to calculate? You need to calculate the N2. This N2 is to be calculated using the dimensional analysis. Means this N2 can be written as N1, M1 by M2, and this will be your L1 by L2, and this will be your T1 by T2 to the power minus 2. It will be, it can be written or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what else we can do here? So N1 you have given 1. So you can put in the place of N1 1, and the mass M1 you can see from here. It's a 1 kilogram. So you can write here 1 kilogram. But in case of the M2 it is in gram. So you will write here 1 gram. In case of the L1, you can see from here it is meter. You can write here 1 meter. And it is L2 is your centimeter. You can write here 1 centimeter. And the time second is in both cases. So you will write 1 second and 1 second to the power minus 2. So what you need to do now, you have to convert this physical quantity in same unit. Either you can convert kilogram into gram, or meter into centimeter, or you can convert gram into kilogram, or centimeter into meter. So this should be in same unit. So what we can do, we can just convert kilogram into gram. So it is 1. You know 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram.
Yes, sir.
1000 gram upon 1 gram, and 1 meter is equal to, you know, about 100 centimeter upon 1 centimeter, and 1 second will be 1 second itself to the power minus 2. Now you can see from here, the both means numerator and denominator contains the same unit. Then this unit can be taken out, and it will be your 1 into 10 to the power 3. This 1000 can be written as 10 power 3, and this is your 10 to power 2, and this will be your gram centimeter per second square. So this will become your 10 to the power 5 gram centimeter per second square, and this is known as, or you can write it dyne. 10 to power 5 dyne. So 1 Newton become equal to the 10 to power 5 dyne. 1 Newton is equal to 10 to power 5 dyne, or you can say the 1 Newton means 1 kilogram meter per second square is equal to 10 to the power 5 gram centimeter per second square. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm giving my question based on this unit conversion for the your assignment. So what you need to do? Question number. This was the question number 5, I think, and the question number 6 is convert 1 joule into CGS. This is a question. What you need to do? You have to just convert 1 joule, means 1 joule into CGS. Okay. This is question for your assignment. You need to solve these questions. I have given you 3 questions that has to be solved, and I will see these questions tomorrow in your copy. Okay.
Please repeat the question.
Convert 1 joule into CGS. Convert 1 joule into CGS. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I will see the
10 to the power 7.
yeah, it is
CGS.
but you have to solve it. You have to solve it using the dimensional method. What I told you, like this, you have to go through the each and every step. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just concluding this part. So we'll have a limitation of dimensional analysis. What are the limitations? Limitations of dimensional analysis. So first limitation,
We
the
cannot obtain the constant term.
yes, we can't know, we don't know about the constant. Means the constant is not known.
Sine theta dimension.
And the second you can write, second thing you can see, second thing what you can say, in case if you
Trigonometric ratios.
m square and t square, so for a square term, you can't derive the dimensional formula. If there is a power integer, then you can't derive the formula for that. Okay, actually the time is exceeding, means this meeting is going to be over within a minute. Actually it is scheduled for only 40 minutes, and only Zoom is allowing only for 40 minutes. Okay, so it will be over within a minute. So that's why I'm just concluding here. So whatever I taught you today, you have to just write down in your copy, and you have to make proper notes of it, and you have to solve the questions I told you in the class right now, and the assignment whatever I have given to you. Okay, so these things should be in your copy, and I will see your copies tomorrow, and I will try to
Okay, sir.
copy next topic, that is, you have already studied the error or not?
No, sir.
Error done, na?
Yes, sir.
So if error is done,
No, sir. No,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Error done.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Not done, sir.
okay, so we'll start error only. Okay, now it's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we'll start error. So right now, just I'm leaving the meeting, and hope you will do these things in your copy, and you will understand in a better manner. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.